Hey, we got a question about my little buddy here. Dale wants to know, are ghosts like a real thing? And why did the disciples, when they looked out and saw Jesus walking on the water, why did they point and say, ghost? So when they saw Jesus on the water, they used this Greek word, which is the word that just means spirit. That's all that word means. And when they looked out and saw it, they didn't know what they were looking at. It's kind of like when my wife was giving birth to my first son, and I was holding one of her legs, and I was 2 feet from the action. The look on my face was like, what am I looking at? I don't even know. That's exactly how the disciples were feeling. They were looking out in the lake, and they'd never seen anything like it. And they're like, it's a man, but he's not sinking, so he must be, right? Ghost, spirit. As far as are ghosts like something real, like we think of them, like these undead people, or people that haven't gone to heaven or to hell yet, that are just kind of lingering around with unfinished business, there's really no indication that it works that way in Scripture at all. Jesus turned to the guy on the cross and he said, hey, today you'll be with me in paradise, not like, hey, you're going to hang around and linger around a bit. Paul said to be absent from the body is to be present from the Lord, be present with the Lord. Hebrews chapter 9, he says, it is appointed for man to die once, and then we immediately go to judgment. So yeah, that's not how it works for us. We die and we immediately go away from the earth, and we can't return, and there's nothing that can happen. Now, the Bible does talk about evil spirits, and so they hang around on the earth, and we're not really sure how they always work, but you see them pop up in Scripture. They possess people, and they do weird things, and we're not even really sure how they always work. But here's the thing. If you think you're talking to like your dead grandma in the corner of your room, right? Or you think that there's somebody, a loved one, hanging around and you're calling them a ghost, listen, that is not your dead grandma. That is not your loved one. That is, if it's anything at all, besides, too much alcohol, if that's anything at all, it's an evil spirit, and you should stay away. Hey, you should ask a question, and it's an election time coming up. There's all kinds of hot topics going on. You should hashtag grant me answers and ask us some great question.